10,000 tick trap. Pandas, 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 pandas. Good morning, my pandas. Welcome to the stream. I'm glad that you guys are here. Thanks for joining. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Yes, yes, sir. Big Mama, up in the horizon. Good morning, guys. Welcome to the stream. I'm Baba Money. We trade here every single day, live. The emini, trading pure price action. Only one single setup. I actually can't even say that anymore. It's actually two setups now. It's two-legged pullback and Big Mamas now. But essentially, we're still looking for two-legged pullbacks. Indie scalper. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, so I'm a paying customer. I demand the stream start right now. Technically, you are paying the price, which is 100% free. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Do you say that? Happy Cinco de Mayo. Feliz Cinco de Mayo. I don't know how you say it. Hope you guys enjoy celebrating if you do celebrate it. What is Cinco de Mayo, by the way? It's like July 4th, but is it Mexico? I don't want to be insensitive here. Is it like specifically Mexico? I'm guessing it's a country thing, not like a continent thing. Or is it like all of South America, Central America? So I think it's an American invention. They need to sell more Corona beers. We need a reason. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I bought a pack of Corona. I'm celebrating with some friends. I don't even know why, but I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Thanks. Cinco de Mayo. Any reason to hang out with your friends and those whom you love. Good morning, guys. Heart Attack. Good morning, Jerry. Good morning. Hugh. Good morning. Cody M. Good morning, Patsy. Richard Harris, welcome. SW Blaze from Chicago. Make sure you guys scalp that like button while you're here. Corsi. Good morning. Chuma. Good morning. Andre. Good morning. Dashi. Good morning. Cinco de Mayo is a minor thing in Mexico? Ooh, I had no idea. I thought it was a pretty big deal. Good morning, guys. Andre. Good morning. Dashi. A battle of Mexican army against the French in a place called Puebla. 15th of September, it's like the 4th of July equivalent. I'm talking about Cinco de Mayo, Dashi. I'm not talking about the 15th of September. Get with the program. Donald Smith, good morning. Argentina, is it? Cinco de Mayo is a yearly celebration held on May 5th, which commemorates the anniversary of Mexico's victory over the Second French Empire. Those French. Those Frenchies. Jancy, good morning. Kelly, good morning. I apologize if anyone is from France here. Kellyanne, good morning. Mali, good morning. In France, do they celebrate the opposite? Like, on Cinco de Mayo, are they all sad? Is it like a sad day for them? It's like, man, we lost control of Mexico. Dang it. It's like a reverse. It's like a sad day. It's like it's like how we celebrate, not celebrate, but we like memorialize 9/11. It's like, it's a sad day, but we all like recognize it. It's like for them, like, man, Cinco de Mayo, darn it. Could have had Mexico. Big Mama about to trigger here. Market's about to open too. Whew, excited. I love Big Mamas on stream. Let's look at the daily chart real quick. We have a big wick here. This is probably not, it's not advised to take this big mama. I'll just say that even a daily chart's barely enough room to get to that 20 EMA. But I would consider this maybe choppiness, and yeah, we'll just take it. I mean, if we're gonna get big mama during stream, I gotta take it, huh? 10,000 tick chart. What do we have here? Just a rocket ship, spike channel, as you can see. Let's see if we can get a better angle on this channel to include some of these top hits here. Huh, okay. It's the worst big mama you can possibly imagine, but I will show you, regardless of how terrible it is, it's such a reliable trade, it does not matter. It's a, in terms of everything about it, context and everything on the smaller time frames, it's a terrible trade, but if it does trigger, I will show you how high the probability is for Big Mama to make a scalp. Donaldson says Cinco de Mayo is not a holiday for Mexico, it's for all Hispanics. All right, I got it. Oh, Dasha. Okay, I was just joking with you. You're saying there is a 4th of July equivalent in Mexico, and it's the 15th of September. I get it. I got it. I was just joking. It's poking fun. All right, pandas. 1.5 minutes to market open. I don't want this big mama to trigger because of the volatility caused by the market open, because it can just kind of chop around, which sucks. But hey, take what you can get. Got 1 more minute about to market open. Make sure you guys scalp that like button, pandas. Today is Friday. There was news at 8:30. You can see by the price action that the news hit, and it did absolutely nothing. Honestly, news this week was very disappointing. I thought the news was going to cause just havoc on the market. Next week, the only news item really is Wednesday and CPI. Not the only one, but the kind of the big significant one, I believe. It's going to be on Wednesday, CPI numbers at 8:30. That's next week. And so if you're still wanting to trade and get a make or break trade on an account or on one news event to pass your evals, you can take advantage of the 50% off reset codes. I say that you should do it now because you can then, over the next couple of days, trade micros, like one micro trade, one micro contract, get your days in, and then by the time next week hits, you know, it's just going to mean that you're going to get your funded account even quicker. And we're about 10 seconds. We are so close to Big Mama, pandas. Okay, market just opened. Huge gap on the 5-minute chart. Huge gap on the 5-minute. Like, it's a really big gap. I'm telling you, this Big Mama almost makes no sense to take, but the probability is so high. Just watch. Even when everything around it doesn't even make sense to take, it doesn't make sense to take this trade according to this price action here, but the reliability of the Big Mamas. Market open, not much has happened yet. Second entry long here, actually. You can see with the super signal that the number is dark green. That means that once it reverses, it's going to be a second entry long. That's what the dark green numbers are. You see this dark green number, this number 1 here? It's because we had 2 pushes down. 1, 2. Right, 2 pushes down is 2-leg pullback. 2-leg pullback here, it triggers. And it triggers, the super signal basically comes down here now and tells you what happened. So super signal is nice because it tells you the upcoming leg, the type it is. Slowly crawling up here. Woo! Pandas. We're going to start off the stream with some fireworks here. Let's get a nice 500 trade. 500 by 600. Woo! Big Mama almost triggering here. Ooh, we are in. We're in Big Mama here. Just got filled. Let's go, baby. Easy peasy money. Let's get this. The reliability of Big Mamas. It's just insane. Let's go, baby. Easy peasy, easy money. We're done for today, pandas. Let's go to sleep. Let's have a party. Let's enjoy the weekend. Enjoy Cinco de Mayo. We're done for today. That's how easy Big Mamas are. It makes no sense to take this trade in terms of price action. The immediate price action. The 10,000 ticks so overextended. What is that? Take it anyways. Doesn't matter. Big Mamas. Let's go, baby. We're in a runner too. I'm not sure how high this runner is going to go. I don't think it's going to go very high, but who knows? Pandas can dream. Pandas can surely dream here. It's risk-free for me, so I don't mind. Whatever happens, happens at this point. We're still in this trade. We're in it until we're not. Simple as that. Hey, don't tell anyone about Big Mamas. Do not tell people about Big Mamas. It's our secret. It's our secret setup, and we cannot let people know about it. Otherwise, people are going to take full advantage of it. Gotta keep it to ourselves. We don't want this channel to blow up, because if it does, everyone's going to know about Big Mamas. We do not want that to happen. Ah, runners died. Hey, we're up 783. Let's go, baby. What does that make? What does that make me, pandas? What does that make me? What does that make me? Profitable panda. Thank you very much, NJ. Exactly. Yours truly is officially a profitable trader. I'm officially profitable. No doubt about it. 100% verified. Proved. I am the most profitable trader you have ever seen on YouTube. That is verified. Guaranteed. Verified. Anyone else as profitable as me? No way. Nobody shows their trades like I do. Keep all their markers on every single trade they keep on stream, and yeah, and not only that, give you even a capture of their rhythmic account. No one is verified other than yours truly. I am up $500 on this account, pandas. I'm an officially profitable trader. Welcome to the most profitable, verified profitable stream on YouTube. That means that if you had followed every single one of my trades, you would be up $500 right now. Imagine that. Can anyone else say that? Can anyone else say, hey, if you just had copied every single one of my streams, man, you would be profitable. You would be up $500. Hey, I don't care if I've been streaming this for five months, 1 year. Hey, being profitable is profitable. You're welcome, pandas. The only verified true trading signal channel. I'm kidding about that. This is not a trading signal channel. It is not, and I will never say it is. But I'm just saying, if you did, you would be up in the green 100% if you copied all my trades exactly. You know why? Because I'm a profitable panda. All right, I'm done. Hey, let's hope I can stay that way. We got a second entry long here. Do I like it? Man, sure. Why not? Oh, it's a good signal bar too. I just don't like this choppiness. I don't like the fact that there's not enough room to the top of these candles here in order to make a scalp. It's hard for me to take that. What is Big Mama? Big Mama is a setup on the daily chart. Hugh asks, has anyone done the Ninja Trader backtest on Big Mama? Yeah. There was a viewer named Tanner. He did it himself. I have done it myself as well. This is why I'm so confident in it. I will post a video sometime next week. I've been very busy, but I think next week I will have some time to be able to post a video. Like I want to kind of make it like a video that's watchable. So. But there's a couple special rules with Big Mama that, that as I've come to realize so by itself, it's a high probability trade. You can make it even more a higher probability by adding a couple rules to taking Big Mamas. All rules that are very mechanic, by the way. It doesn't require to look at the charts or anything like that. It's rules that are very mechanical and yeah, it could be easily programmed. You know, when I say easily, like or mechanical, I mean like by simple rules you can code it. You know, for instance, like if I say like, oh, it has to be in an uptrend in order for me to take this trade. Well, that in a sense is not very mechanical, because uptrend actually is it's a very like almost subjective thing. You have to consider a lot of things. You can say maybe you have a simple example of an uptrend, maybe being above the 20 MA, but for example, you can be above the 20 MA in here, right? We're above the 20 MA, but this technically may not be an uptrend. So you can eventually does become an uptrend. But at the same time, it's, you know, we are in an uptrend. Like if the day is choppy, for instance, right? If the day is choppy, you're like, okay, I gotta take a trade here, and it just reverses. It's like, it's very difficult to know, you know, if your uptrend is truly an uptrend in a trending day. You know, you can think of ways to do it, but it's not as easy as you think. Let's just say that. Why not take that second entry long? I mentioned it already, but this is a second entry long here. It could work out though. A, B, C. I skipped it because we actually didn't touch the 20 MA here. And not only that, there's not enough room to the top of these pivots, right? There's not enough room to the top of this bar to scalp out for me. So we got another second entry long, higher low second entry long. And this could be a better setup than this one, but I didn't take it purely because there's not enough room to the top here. Also, the 5-minute chart, we're at resistance. The 5-minute chart, we're at resistance level at the 240 SMA. So we can actually reverse here. Huge gap. This is a very large gap on the 5-minute chart, and it's typically not this large. And gaps fill. So we have a gap here. The 5-minute is a land of the gaps. We have a gap here that technically kind of got filled, but we created a bigger gap to fill this gap. And there's actually a gap up here that may need to be filled as well. There's a gap way up here that hasn't been filled. This is the 5-minute chart. The 5-minute chart has more gaps because I only mark the regular trading hours. So this eventually does work out for you. So congrats to those who took that long. To me, it just kind of got a little too choppy for me. I didn't like it. Right, the bars were small and not enough room to the top of this pivot. Plus, I just became profitable. I just took Big Mama. I'm up 783. I'm not in any rush right now to keep jumping into trades. I'm gonna take my time, find the setup that I really love, and I'll take it. Why didn't I take this second entry long? There's a second entry long here that you could have had a runner, and your runner could still be alive at this point. The reason being is because, again, you're far away from 20 MA, and there's not enough room to the top of the pivots. It gets really squished here, and this could actually come back down, retest the 20 MA, right? Like, it could pop up, and it can come back down to hit the 20 MA, and these key areas typically act as magnets, so if you're that close but still haven't touched it, it can actually do the reverse what you want. But in this situation, it does work out. Plus, that was right at market open, so I'm skipping it. Make sure you guys scalp that like button, at least for Big Mama. You gotta hit those Big Mamas. I love them when they hit on stream, because I take them all the time off stream, but you guys don't see that. Nice, decent push up. This could be like one of those days. Goodness, what is this price action? We actually break the low here, and now we're coming back up. We can come back up and back into this blue box, get back to the top of the blue box here, and this created a smaller trading range and a bigger trading range. So I'm drawing this one because the trading range indicator can only track one trading range at a time. And notice, even with the super strong push down, the trading range indicator on this is a daily chart, by the way. And also, if you want to know what chart I'm looking at, look at the top right of your screen. But basically, we're coming down here, we're coming back up to hit the top of the trading range, maybe. So bottom, even to push this far down, trading range indicator said, no, this is not strong enough. We're still in the trading range, and we proved, and the price action is proving that to be the case here. 10,000 tick chart just makes absolutely no sense to take any trades on it, unless you're always in long. Breweria as what's the regular trading hours you're using? If you go to the data series, you can see I use US equities RTH. It's like near the bottom of the list of the trading hours. Pushing up quite strong here. No setup for me. Again, we're so far away from the 20 MA on the 5-minute chart. It's absolutely insane. But I wish this move happened yesterday. I really thought the move would happen with this. Basically move up, second entry long. I thought it would be always in long and do this right now, but it ends up having a deep pullback and then finally pushes up again. I want to get a good list of the type of audience we have here. Put a poll up. I want to gauge like just kind of where you guys are in terms of time in your trading journey. When it comes to futures trading. The reason why I ask is because when I explain things here, I want to know how much detail. And sometimes, like for instance, when I first began streaming, literally like everyone was kind of beginning. It was kind of getting big, like a little more mainstream trading futures. You know, before anything, like I thought trading futures was like only for professional traders, but lo and behold, you can trade futures for very little margin with like Ninja Trader. You only need $500 a margin, and even less now when you have prop firms. So, and when I say even less, I mean like you virtually need almost no money to trade. You need like 20 bucks and you can open an account with a prop firm. And so when I first began, I would explain like everything. I would explain just like the 20 EMA, how to put it up on your charts. Like I would explain how to set up NinjaTrader, how to set up like a workspace. I would explain things like this is how you draw this tool. I would explain, you know, just very basic stuff. And you know, if I get a good gauge of where people are, then I think I can mean
10,000 tick trap.
I say junior because I just feel like that's above intermediate, but I wouldn't say like you're good, because even people who've been trading 7+ years, I didn't know a better term for it, but I just use junior because that's what it's typically above intermediate. But it gives me a better gauge of like how much can I relate to you guys in terms of how much I should explain things or what I should even explain, because I take a lot of things for granted when it comes to you know, even like a couple days ago, I explained, yeah, when you set up your charts, you should click end of day break. You know, that should be one of the options when you you know, when you have your data series. What you should do is you should set your break at end of day. That should be a thing, especially when you're doing tick charts. And that's not something not everyone knew. And I realized, wow, there's probably a lot of things that people don't know. So if you want to know how to count, you know, there's playlist in the description of these videos. If you want to know how to count legs, if you want to know what two-legged pullbacks are, there's a playlist there to explain those things. Also, there's a frequently asked questions you know, link that helps answer some questions. I may update a little bit, maybe with Big Mamas, because I say that a lot and everyone wonders what is Big Mama, and now I can point them to a place. I think yeah, I can point them to a place where, yeah, so I might update that actually. We're up 783 today with one single trade. So easy. So easy. This trading stuff is too easy. Seems a lot of you guys are under that 2-year mark, which is amazing, because you guys are in a place where like 2 years of trading, you're already getting prop firms. A lot of you guys are already withdrawing money from them, getting those PA counts. And if you haven't already, don't worry, because I will honestly consider you a novice. You know, Al Brooks took what, 10 years before he became profitable. And if it took Al Brooks, the GOAT of price action, 10 years to become profitable, then it's like, yeah, you think you can do much better than that. And people get frustrated because they're in like, you know, 3 months of trading and they're so frustrated that they're losing money.
10,000
like,
tick trap.
you know, so hopefully even this poll can give you some confidence to know that, hey, even though like I'm not there yet, it's like, man, 2 to 3 years, like I would say like not to 4 years. I will make it equivalent to getting a master's degree. If it takes about 4 years to get a master's degree, I guess, well, it takes 2 to 4 years, depends on what kind of master's degree you want. But if you know, you really consider trading to be one of the hardest things to do in the world, I would consider 4 years of trading will be like minimum of where you can be like, all right, I think I gave it a try. I don't see any progress here, and I don't think this is for me. I think 4 years is a good time. Like if you haven't seen any progress yet, I would say, yeah, maybe. But you know, after 4 years, like, and I think it's about 4 year time where it kind of might like click and kind of be like, all right, I think I know what I'm doing here. And I still lose, but you spend enough time working on your weaknesses, and it's different for everybody, right? People don't realize trading is a performance. It's based on performance. This is a performance based job. So if you think of an athlete and you think of the best athletes in the world, it's purely based on their performance of how well they do. And if they perform badly, then they do their job poorly. So imagine what a professional athlete, what they have to do to get to the level they're at. You know, they have to do college. Some of them skip it, but you know, in their most of their life, they've been playing that sport, and they train every single day, and eventually they do get good. at what they do. But before then, they have to basically put in the work. And the work that they put in is to help them perform better. And uh, everybody has different struggles and challenges when they perform. Some people it's the basic idea of, hey, you know, good risk reward, or possibly it's their psychological, emotional challenges that they just feel like, oh my gosh, every time I trade I lose money. I go on tilt like immediately, and I have to regain that red back. I'm not happy until I see green numbers on my account balance. Some people are like that, and and that's a challenge. Actually, that's something that will affect your trading greatly and your performance of your trading greatly. So it's like, it really depends. It really depends. Some people, it could be as simple as doing something practical, like there was someone in the Discord that said, I don't trade well on Friday, so I'm gonna kind of like sit out. Um, it could be as simple as that. Like if you look back, it's like, man, like it's after 4 days of trading straight, that fifth day, I'm kind of like drained. I don't realize it, but my performance is showing that I don't trade well on Fridays, or after I trade 4 days in a row. And be like, all right, maybe this day I should just relax and consider this a day where it will benefit me in my trading. Like me not trading today, I actually gain more money in the long run. That's the idea. That's the idea. It could be something as simple as that. It could be simple as, sitting at your, maybe you can only trade 1 hour at a time. After 1 hour, you're looking at the chart too long and your patience goes low, and you realize like you're taking dumb trades. Maybe you just sit, do trading for 1 hour at a time, get up, do something else, watch a movie, watch some YouTube, whatever, and do something else productive, work out, whatever, and come back and realize like maybe taking those chunks of trading is much better for you. It's very rare that someone can like have focus for 8 hours straight and just stare at something and maintain 100% focus at all times. It's very rare for someone that can do that. I can't do that. I mean, I'm a panda. I can barely pay attention for like 5 minutes on anything. I roll down hills. That's all I do for fun. So it could be all those little things. And the thing is, like, it takes time to realize those things. Like, oh man, that's what it was. That's what it was. And you can see like drastic improvements of just those little tweaks in your trading, in your behavior. Richard Harris is a special type that he can literally look at a chart for 17 hours and it's just fun for him. That's actually like enjoyable. Gonzalo says, I've been training for 6 months, so no, you're a beginner. You're definitely a beginner. The amount of like characters you can put into these polls are very little, so I'm very limited in terms of what I can say. So I just, it's the ranges, right? Beginners less than 1 year, novices more than 1 year, less than 2 years, intermediate more than 2 years, less than 3 years. You get it. Corsi says, I'm 1.5 years in, not profitable, but I really enjoy trading. I take it serious. I put a lot of work into it. I'm like, with that mentality, you'll get there. And 1.5 years, like, yeah. I would say it took me about, actually, I can't say. I've been doing this for like maybe almost 3 years now. Like this is like I'm into my second year, into my third year, and I'm seeing like this shift for myself, kind of turning from like, for me it's always kind of like having a lot of profitable days and weeks, and then all of a sudden it's just that one day you're like, what was I thinking? What was I doing? Why did I trade so large? Or why did I move my stop loss? It's basically one of those two things, and it just takes one day to just kind of like put you in a rut, and not even a rut, puts you like in the hole. And when you're in the hole, it's very hard to get out sometimes, and you just make the hole deeper. Second entry long does trigger here, but we're also off our trend line now. Would I consider going long here? Not really. It's a bad signal bar. Maybe a higher low, I may consider it. But I'm starting to see a shift where I feel like I don't get those big bad days anymore.
10,000 tick trap.
Dante Matthew says, Shin got me to trading. Yeah, I think one thing people appreciate in this channel is that it's not easy. It's not easy. I mean, this is easy. Big Mama, easy. But when it comes to other stuff, it's not easy to really track along. And yeah, I make a lot of mistakes. Dante Matthews, low-key, backhanded compliment. Man, like, I was so frustrated. But when I joined this channel, man, I realized trading, I'm not so bad. Panda, he made me realize how bad he is and made me feel much better. I think it's like, if you can like take away those tilt days, if you can take those days away, like just think for a second, like how profitable could you be if you just took away those like really bad days? If you like even half the losses of those really bad days because you don't scale in or you don't increase your contract sizes. Yeah, just, you know, if you think that and you're like, man, actually would make a lot of money now, I think like you're in a good place. You gotta just figure out how to get rid of those bad days. I still struggle with it. You know, it's so many days, so many times trading, like you're bad at trading, not even because of trading. It's because like something happens in your life and you're kind of like, man, like I'm just not in the right mood right now. And you know, you feel reckless and you kind of just do stuff. This is a higher low, second entry long. I kind of like it, but at the same time, sure, I don't want to. Let me get in. Higher low, second entry long. Darn it.
5-minute trap.
I wanted to come with a retracement there, and it went on without me. Higher low, second entry long. I was ready to say, like, get ready to be unprofitable. But it looks like a decent trade. Second entry long off the 20 MA. Decent signal bar. And also off our trend line. And also notice it's a failed trap, right? It's a failed second entry long. So it's a double trap here, higher low, second entry long. Coming off our trend line, also off the 20 MA. So decent trade takes. You're still in trap city, but it looks decent. It looks like it's gonna fill you. It has to hit the zeros to give a perfect scalp. What I mean by zeros, again, these are some things I take for granted, but what I mean by zeros is that it has to hit the zero level of the next number. And you can hit the 25s, which is the quarter mark. See, you hit the zeros here. This basically right at 41, 27. It turns to a perfect scalp. Now it's an absolute scalp. I wanted that, but I missed it. Couldn't get it. Tried to get in with a retracement, but couldn't get in. So what I mean by zeros is that it's like the flat on the number. And if I say 25s, it means that it's a 25 mark. If you guys don't know, it's futures market goes by ticks, and every tick, any market is the smallest increment you can take on that instrument. And so on the emini, the smallest amount you can do is 25 cents. And so I mean, is it even 25 cents? I don't know. Well, 25, a quarter point, we'll call it. So this is why I call it points. We kind of really call it points. You don't really call it like dollars, or, you know, you basically call it points. So everything is a point here. And on the zeros is when you're like flat on the point. The 25s is that one tick. The 50s is the halfway mark. The 75s is the 3/4, you know, of the point. And then again, back to zeros. So I say like it has to hit the zeros in order to scalp out. Is because it's just quickly for me to tell you, like, basically you can break. If you guys don't know, my grid here, it might be very faint for you, but there are lines here, and every line is 1 point. And some people trade without these lines, but I like to have these lines so I can quickly see how much a point is. And every space here is 1 point. And if you want to know how to set up your charts like I do, you can look on my channel, and there is a video to tell you that how to set up your your grids and how to set up the charts, how I do it. You might not like exactly how I do it, but if you want to take some of those things, that could be a helpful video for you. But basically, there is one point here, and you can basically break this space between the horizontal lines. You can break it up into 4 sections, right? The 25, the 50, the 75, and the 0. And so that's how I kind of look at these boxes here. And it helps you because you want to know when would you get scalped out. Like, I'm not in this trade, but it's a quick way for me to tell, like, okay, if I were in this trade, I would have made a scalp. So hopefully that helps. Again, it's like, I don't know how long. It seems like a lot of you guys are, almost 100 people voted, and seems like it's almost evenly dispersed here. Most of you guys are beginner to novice level, and so, or actually novice to intermediate level, so 2 to 3 years in. Pandas, $400 to get 3 PA counts. Wish me luck. Dante Matthews says, yeah, I think it's kind of funny. People who watch this, they get a lot out of me doing nothing. Because I think they realize, like, hey, it's not so bad. I'm also doing nothing, and I'm not alone. It's incredible value, especially if you've never traded before and you feel like, oh my gosh, all these people making so much money. I got to trade all the time. Got another second entry long off of 20 MA here. At this point, it's too late in trend for me. I am worried to go long anywhere here, and I'm going to let this play out here. Second entry long, about a trigger, 28 EMA, also trend line still.
$10,000 tick trap.
Nice push up. Still not interested in a long trade because I'm just too late in trend at this point, and I'm worried that any one of these are gonna fail, and I don't want to enter the trades now. The risk is maybe a little more than 2 points. Terrible signal bar, but good entry bar. You could have came with a retracement if you like the setup still. Oh, you know what? This could be inverse of the previous day where we literally were going down all the time. This could be inverse of that. There was a day here where we just went down all day. And now there's a day here where we're going up all day. It could happen. The market tends to mimic the behavior, not behavior, but tends to keep the market cycle it's in. So if it's like trending, it might trend the next day the opposite way. It can do that. Like the market's just trending at this point. That second entry long does work out for you. So almost every second entry long is working out. It's beautiful. A, B, C, second entry long just keeps going up. Again, we are so far away from a 20 MA on the 5-minute chart. It makes me feel like we're very late in trend, and so it's difficult for me to essentially, there's this gap that was created here. We filled it, and we basically created that same gap again. I mean, this is the
10,000 tick trap.
It's just wild. It's just wild. Also, I'm just kind of chilling because Big Mama. Hey, when you're up 783, it's like you can relax a little bit. Just relax. Richard Harris says strong trends almost every two-leggy works out in that direction. Yes, it's true. It's a one of the marks of a two-leggy or a strong trend. Another thing about strong trends, oftentimes the first entry gives you more than a scalp. That's how you also know it's like, man, it's a strong trend or not. Like, well, all these first entries, people are just, that means bulls are entering every reversal, every pullback. They're just buying the dip. Mr. Bobo, if you want to know what tick frame I'm looking at, you can look at the top right of your screen. I put a little capture there of what chart I'm looking at. For instance, if I go to 10,000 tick, you can see it change, top right, 5-minute chart as well. Daily chart. Let's go to weekly chart. Hey, is Pando, is this the 5-minute chart? What you? No, I'm looking at the weekly chart. Duh, can't you tell? It's actually interesting. The weekly chart's been in a trading range for a very long time. It's about time. Hey, guess where it bounced off of? The 20 EMA on the weekly chart, huh? Bouncing off of that. Created an outside bar reversal. Nasty. I just realized that it popped up here, came all the way down on one single candle, created an outside bar reversal. Took out any traders who went long here on the higher low, took them out, and now it might go the way they want it to go. Ooh, it's nasty. That's nasty on the weekly chart. But it seems clearly that we want to hit the top of this trading range, right? Bottom to the top, to the bottom, back to the top. That's what it seems like it's trying to do. And the weekly, imagine, this is the weekly chart. That means that every single candle here is a week. We're basically looking at a year's worth of price action, and it's been sideways. This is about a year's worth of price action here. Oh, that was nice. Thanks for asking. If you didn't ask that, I wouldn't have jumped to the weekly chart just to look at it. Roshan asks, what is Big Mama? Hey, we got a new person here asking what Big Mama is. Hey, you're just going to have to find out. What's the #1 rule of Fight Club? I asked specifically in the poll futures trading because I understand like a lot of you guys maybe have been trading like you bought a stock on Robinhood when you were 18. You know, would you count that as trading? I mean, I'm talking about futures trading where you're focused on day trading, focus on the small movements here, and focus on just really trying to pick apart like a technical trade. Some of you guys are like more intuitive traders, which I get as well, and honestly jealous of that. Jealous of intuitive traders. But on this stream, I'm trying not to be intuitive here. I know that sounds like a little weird, but I'm trying to. When I think of intuitive, it doesn't mean that it's not good, but it also means that it's very hard to explain what you're thinking. What I'm trying to do on this channel, I'm trying to make it very clear what I'm thinking. So instead of intuitive, I don't know what you call it. I'm trying to be a very not technical trader, but trying to be a very rules-based trading. Let's just say that, I guess. Very practical trading. How about that? Practical. Trying to do very practical trading here, where I can actually explain what to do, my thoughts. I realize intuitive traders, no matter how good you are, they have a difficult time just explaining what they see and why they do it. I mean, it's great for them individually, but not so good for, you know, if you want to learn from them. Another second entry long for me here. I mean, how many times can you take second entry longs? At a certain point in time, it will fail, and it's just a ticking time bomb. This one's really just choppy, so I'm skipping it in general. I would never take it regularly here. Oh, storms are brewing. Just watching. Second entry long here, but way too choppy. Overlapping bars. Also, gotta recognize it's very late in trend. Very late in trend. And again, it could be one of those like low percentage type days where, you know, you literally can take almost every single second entry and it works out. Such as this day. Second entry shorts. This one works out. Took it with a runner. Could have got a lot more. I remember I was frustrated. I jipped myself. I could have gotten all of this, but I jipped myself. I just took this for some reason. I typically don't just do this. I typically want more, but I didn't. Another second entry short works out beautifully. Another second entry short. Actually, this one fails and then works the next time. Second entry short works. You know, there's a day where this works and this doesn't work, but at this point in time, you're above the 20 MA. So they all pretty much work, except this one where it does take you out one tick, and then it eventually does work later. You know, there's a part of me that wants to preserve my profitableness today. I want to enjoy it. You know, I want to be able to start next stream knowing I'm a profitable trader. But this might be one of those days where almost every single second entry works for you. Here's another second entry. I mean, this is so I would never take this second entry long in any other circumstance. But we are in a strong uptrend, and that could be enough reason for you to just, hey, let me just take it. But look at how many overlapping bars there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 overlapping bars, but in a range of more than about 10 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 bars range. Small range. How can I account for the different ES like expiration dates? I guess that's what you're asking, yeah. You know what? That's a good question. It's a good question. I would say Google is probably your best place to find that, but I don't know the top of my head. I'm sure there's a way to do it for like multiple years or for a year, so you can do years testing. I think I feel like you couldn't use like the actual like because you have to select the contract and the expiration, but I feel like there must be another like symbol or something where you don't have to select that, or you select a different symbol where it kind of accounts for that. GC Burke said he had a roller coaster day yesterday. Up 300, then down 180, then up 80 at the end of the day. And imagine all that mental capital being drained. Like, okay, this second entry long does trigger. Okay, so thoughts and prayers to those who went long there. Let me just mention, maybe remind you, pandas. I tried to get into this trade, but it kind of just went off without me. I tried though. Yeah, you can rewind it. I tried to enter this second entry long. So for those saying that, oh yeah, he never, like, goes second entry longs. I tried. I just couldn't get in. Just a reminder. Just a reminder for those who forgot. If you're long here and this reverse here, I would just come up break even by any point in time if I can. Never want to see my trade reverse on me. Never. Unless your premise is so strong and you want to scale in, but you have to make that decision before you enter the trade. You can't make the decision after. Most of the time I'm thinking I'll just come out, break even, I'll just wait for the next trade. There's plenty of opportunity. Plenty of big mamas out there in the future. Goodness. But look at the daily chart here. Whew. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. So you could have come up break even, but maybe like, hey, I want to hold it. I want to make that scalp, but you have every opportunity to come up break even at this point. Market has gone slowly now, but it might be on grind mode. Don't forget the 5-minute chart has a 99.9999% chance that sooner or later it will test the 20 EMA. It will touch it some way or another. Either the 20 EMA comes up to it or come down to it. Just watching. Not much going on here. By the way, if you took this long, you would be stopped out. You wouldn't have been able to make your 2 points. You can get out with 1 point, but not 2 points here. So I understand people probably still scalp 1 point still. You know, for me, I just can't. I can't scalp 1 point. It's just too hard. Too hard to make
5
up
minute trap.
if you lose. Way too difficult. Balancing off the 20 MA here. Decent push down. Interesting. Hmm.
$10,000 tick trap.
Fail second entry long, maybe here, but we've been in such an uptrend. A, B, C. Can't take the fail second entry long when this second entry long is not a failure. It's quite a strong push up. So second entry long here, just won't take that underneath the 20 MA, but it's an uptrend. What could have been is essentially a trading range, and this may fail breakdown the trading range, come back up into the trading range. Not a setup that I particularly like because it fails so often. Technically, this could still be a trap here. It hasn't made 2 points yet. Almost makes 2 points, but doesn't even make 2 points.
Trap.
Okay, now it makes 2 points. Just pushes up immediately. Amazing. Again, it's not a trade I take. This could be a strong push up here. Little subtle thing here that if you don't know what you're looking for, you may miss here. But there is a gap right now created because of the strength of the bulls. Heart attack gaming. Get all my big mamas. Maybe I will. I'm like afraid that it'll become super clickbaity though. If I'm just like every big mama on stream, it'll just be like making money every single time. You know you have a good strategy when you are afraid that if you post videos of it, it might become clickbaity. That's a dilemma I'm in. I think it'll be too clickbaity if I post a video about Big Mama, because it just makes so much money. Oh my goodness. I mean, honestly, the best part about Big Mama is that it's just like you don't have to think about it. It's just I just do it. Just do it. Just do it. See what happens. I would definitely encourage you, if you guys are hesitant, like if you guys are kind of like not sure about Big Mama, just go back, look at months and months of trading, look at every time Big Mama has triggered, and see if it works with your own eyes. And maybe you can make your own fine-tuned strategy. Maybe you can use, like, I use a 5-point stop loss, but maybe you can use like ATR instead, and based on the ATR you will figure out your profit and your stop loss. So maybe you can do something like that. Like, there's plenty of ways you can modify Big Mama, I think, to refine it, tune it up. But I'm just saying, with Big Mama, in an automated strategy with the most basic rules, like, it was profitable, like very profitable, actually, very profitable. Love Big Mamas and I cannot lie. The other ones can't lie. Do I have a code for NT? I don't. You don't really need a code. I mean, if you use Apex, you don't really need a code. It's so cheap. It's so cheap. Apex is so cheap. And it's like all those times I told people you need to stock up on evals when they're 90% off, are wondering why they didn't listen, because now they realize, man, like, either you're passed or you're busted your accounts, you have no more evals to trade, and now you're waiting around for your accounts to become PA accounts and wondering, hey, I wish I had more evals at 90% off. And yeah, so this is why I tell you that for your benefit. I tell you that because I've done this many times, and I come to realize it's nice to stock up on 90% off evals while it's there, especially towards the end of the promo, because afterwards you can no longer purchase evals for 90% off. Maybe later, I don't know, maybe a month later, whenever they do their next promo. But even the next promo, it might be 80% off. Who knows? Yeah, 90% off is rare. They don't really do 90% off. Nasir Remy says, no offense, you have been taking big mama trades for the past 3 months and you're still at 300,000. That is honestly not a bad thing. I think people think that if you're around break even, it's bad. If I've been trading about 3 months and I still haven't busted my accounts, literally trading 10 contracts on big mamas, just think about what that says. Think about what that says. I think for most people in the last 3 months, they have busted at least one account. I don't know about you, Nasir, but I think just have, and you guys see I'm trading like actively, and not busting this account yet is, I think, in itself a testament. And it might not seem like a big deal, but the thing is, being break even is actually nice. But I'm not break even, Panis. Let me reiterate, I am profitable. I'm actually profitable. I am profitable. By every definition, I am profitable. I am in the green. My count is higher than it originally was. And so therefore, no offense, but you're an idiot. It's one of those things, like, with all due respect, you suck. It's like, just because you say that, it means that I guess you're open to say whatever you want afterwards. I think that was like a Will Ferrell thing in like Anchorman or something. And this is trading, pandas. This is trading. Large part of trading is just this. Just watching this chop around. This push up here with a higher low. Continuous uptrend, break a trend, new high. Will we find a reversal here? I don't know. We could. That's the problem here. We could find a reversal here. Is it likely? I don't know. Not really. It's probably more likely we keep going up. But also remember, 5-minute chart. We are so far away from 20 MA. Eventually we will come back down to it. Eventually. We will. Jim says, I purchased 20 accounts during the 9% off, blew them in one trade. Let that be a lesson. If you get 20 accounts, try not to blow them all in one trade. It's like, if you want to trade up to 20 accounts per time, you take like a news event or something, you want to pass it, then I would say then maybe that means that you're able to purchase another 20. So next time buy 40. So if you do that, you have another chance. I don't know. I just feel like if you're doing 20, maybe do like 5 at a time, 2 at a time, 1 at a time, maybe. Like, oh man, 20. Hey, you have cojones, so I'll give you that. But I think we've all been there. Yeah, maybe not to 20, but you know, maybe Jim's is a he's either all or nothing type person. You know what I mean? You tulips asked, do I use Tradeovate? I don't. I haven't used Tradeovate. I would be interested in, but I don't. The main reason being is because there's a custom indicator here, the two-legged pullback indicator plus a trading range indicator, which I use, which I created, and I like to use it on my charts. And I'm not sure if I can do that with Tradeovate. You might be able to, but I haven't looked into it yet. It was the #1 rule of Fight Club. #1 rule of Fight Club. Glenn Paul, you gotta be in here for Big Mamas in order to know what Big Mamas are. Live free or fight. Do I have a NT script to backtest the two-leggy? Yes. For those who have the deluxe edition, has access to the automated strategies. And disclaimer: everything that's posted is simply a template for you to use, and you can use it for yourself. Nothing guarantees any type of profits or whatnot. It just does what it says it does. But you can use them as templates for your own strategies. But they're all available. Blasting up here. Daily chart. It's an incredible move. That's what happens in trading ranges. These legs could be typically very, very intense. Very strong. By the way, Pandas, this is the one more day left for the 50% off Apex resets. Hopefully you guys take advantage of it. So one more day left. Push back down to the 20 EMA here. Five-minute chart, just a channel. Small little channel here. 10,000 tick. It does something very wild. I can't even chart this correctly. It's such a weird uptrend. It's just not natural. Push up. I can't even capture this. I can't capture this movement here. It's like almost it went up, pull back, another spike. Basically I have to create like another channel like this. in order to fit it in. Almost a 5 minute, it's like a lot easier to see the price action. It's a lot cleaner. It's hard for me to go short anywhere here, so I'm gonna skip any traps here. But hey, pandas, don't forget, you are watching the most profitable, verified, profitable trader on YouTube. You're lucky that you can witness such greatness. I'm kidding, of course. But pandas, with that being said, hey, appreciate you guys joining. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. I hope to see you guys next week. Enjoy your weekend, everybody. Have an amazing weekend. Restore that mental capital. Spend time with those whom you love. Do fun things. Do whatever it takes you to get that mental capital back. We'll be back next week. Trading every single day. 9:15 for the mainstream. 9 o'clock for the pre-market show. Thanks for joining. Quick recap. Big Mama. Boom. Easy. In and out. Up 783. And we are profitable with that trade. So thanks for joining, guys. And that's our review. That's it. Simple as that. Pandas. I'll see you guys next week. Stick to the plan. Trade safe, everybody. And as always, happy trading. God bless. Bye.